Hey guys, I want to thank you for joining me on Godspot today. I want to talk to you about making up your mind. In Matthew 5:37, Jesus says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. So he's addressing the issue of oaths and swearing and making promises. He says a lot of people make an oath, like a blood oath, and they cut themselves, they join hands, or they make an oath or swear upon the Bible or whatever. Jesus says it's unnecessary. What you really need to do when you give your word is that your yes be yes and your no be no. In other words, be decisive. Now that's a real challenge, especially in today's world, because every day we're faced with decisions that often are going to affect our future. And we can find ourselves, if we're not careful, at a crossroad because we get so fatigued in making decisions, we find it very difficult to move forward. So I want to give you a few tips I think that'll really help you when being decisive. Number one, do your homework. You might be a person who's always been gut driven, like you always go by your feeling when it comes to a decision. Maybe it's time to put that away for a moment and get all the facts together. Do some homework. Make sure that this is a well-educated decision and it is going to benefit you. Number two, talk to people who made similar choices. I'm more than confident there are people around you that have been in your situation and have had to make the same decision. So find out what they've done and how they've done it and how they've gone about it. Number three, remember this, after you make a decision, there's always a post-conflict that comes after you. Begin to doubt yourself, begin to question yourself. Well, remember what Jesus said, let your yes be yes, your no be no, and live with it. Live with it. There may be consequences that come out of it, but you'll learn from it. Okay, number four, ask yourself, what would you choose if no one cared? For many decisions, the needs and desires of loved ones are central concerns, and they're a weight that we really need to consider. But there are other decisions that become unduly influenced by external factors that we can just go ahead and freely make a decision because it's only going to impact us. And so we need to stop thinking about what people will think and think about what we will think. Number five, don't let fear drive you, but don't ignore it either. Fear is a two-edged sword. There's a fear that'll paralyze you, that'll stop you moving forward and making a decision. But then there's a fear that's a safety net. Yes, I'm going to make this decision, but I'm going to make it conservatively. I'm not going to go all in. I don't need to. I need to say yes, let my yes be yes, my no be no. But I need to weigh up the balance here. What's going to happen? If and then, if I make this decision, then what? It's a great process to follow through. Number six, look for alternatives. The obvious option and decision to make is not always the only decision that needs to be made. There are usually other options you can go to. I mean, like, what do? Do you cut your credit card up or do you extend the credit on it? It may be better if you just cut it up and throw it away. That might be the better option instead of extending the credit. Do I get a loan for a car and get a brand new car, or do I fix the old car? Might be better to fix the old car, and then again, the old car might be so bad you've got to get a loan to get a new car. And so these are things that you have to consider. Look for alternatives in the decision that you're making. Number seven, stop thinking about it for a while. Sometimes you need to hit the pause button on your brain. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm so overloaded and so paralyzed in the decision I want to make. And I know that either way, I've looked at all the options, there's a cost, there's a price to pay, and I'm a bit anxious about it. And so what I like to do is stop thinking about it for a while. So what I'll do is say, you know what, I don't have to make that decision today. I'm going to put it on the shelf and I'm going to make it tomorrow. And I'll find that I make a better informed decision when I do that. Number eight, give each option a test run. As I said, if and then, if I make this decision, then where will that lead me? If I do this, then what? Number nine, this leads to number nine, consider how your future self may feel about your decision. You're making a decision today, will your future self be happy with that decision? Or is it going to be looking back and go, wow, what a mistake that was? So, really think about this. How's it going to impact your future and what's it going to do in your life? And finally, number 10 is accept that there is no perfect decision. Making a tough decision can be easily, especially stressful, and you imagine that it's only the one right choice. There are many choices, many options. Just use wisdom, take time, and when you do make a decision, let your yes be yes and your no be no. I hope this helps you today. Hit the like button, share it with someone else. Thanks for listening.